your eyes now, but I know there's always a way. From sunrise till dawn, I'll be here waiting. From sunrise till dawn, I'll never stop. I'll fix you up, make everything much smoother again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. The connections might be tangled, the power source has lost its spark, but every wire tells a story, and I can mend what's torn apart. From sunrise till dawn, I'll be here waiting. From sunrise till dawn, I'll never stop. I'll fix you up, make everything run smooth again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. When the current isn't flowing, when the signals disappear, I'll be here with tools and patience, make the static crystal clear. Every cable, every circuit, every problem that you bring, I'll restore what time has broken, make the whole world sing. So don't you worry about tomorrow, don't you stress about today. I've got maintenance for your troubles, and I'll chase them all away. I'll fix you up, make everything run smooth again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. Hey, Daniel, everything's good as new. Hey, Daniel, I'll fix you up for you.
Welcome to the show. I am your gracious host, Daniel, and today is Judge Tony Flores, and the case is being heard in his court case. In his courtroom, I'm sorry. I would like to say thank you to all and welcome to all the new subscribers to this channel. Thank you for helping this channel grow. I really do appreciate it. And if you like this kind of content and you're not a subscriber to this channel, I ask you to please consider subscribing to this channel and help this channel grow. I would like to see 500 subscribers before the end of this year. And I know we can do it on this channel. So let's get started with Judge Tony Flores. And as always, I will be here, but my mic will be muted. But I will be watching a chat. So here we go.
Got it. Yes, sir. All right, come on back.
The window was broken. The glass in the window was broken and there was blood all over.
Okay, so did repairs need to be
Yes.
at all? Okay.
Yes. My husband repaired the door and then we had to get the window. He took the window out and we had to go around trying to find people who would fix the window. Most people said they had to replace the window because it had gas eon in it between the window panes and stuff. But we finally found somebody who said they could repair the window. And we took it to them, Lansing Glass, I think it was. They could actually repair it because we were getting costs of $580 to $720 to replace the whole window. But the top was not broken, just the bottom part was broken. So we didn't want to replace the whole thing.
Okay.
So we found someone to do that.
Now I am going to give you some exhibits a little bit out of order, which is my fault. But I'm gonna, sorry, Laura, you're not opposing counsel. I want the record to reflect that I'm showing opposing counsel what's been marked as People's Proposed Exhibit 4.
No objection to this as an exhibit, Your Honor.
May I approach the witness?
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. What have I just handed you, Mrs. Green Weatherspoon?
This is the Lansing Glasses bill and showing my full payment for the window being repaired.
Okay, and was that window repaired completely because of the damages that had happened?
Yes, that's how they broke in, got into the home. The second
Okay. And how much is that for? Can you tell me?
$155.91.
Okay, Your Honor, at this time, the people would move to have what's been marked as People's Proposed Exhibit 4 into evidence.
And is there any objection to People's Exhibit 4 coming into evidence of Mr. Yang?
If I can water briefly, just to.
You can voir dire and you'll have the opportunity to cross-examine also, but you can voir dire on the exhibit.
Just to confirm, this is a payment that you made to Lansing
Yes,
Glass,
I did.
is that correct? Okay, and this was to repair the window that was damaged,
Yes.
correct? Okay,
Mhm.
no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Cross-examine the rest of my questions later.
All right, so any objection to the exhibit number 4? Mr. Yang?
No from the defense, Your
All
Honor.
right, so we'll admit exhibit number 4 and we'll publish to the court.
May I approach?
You may. All right. So Ms. Williams, if I understand correctly, this is exhibit number 4 is indicative of the work that you had done on the glass that was broken. Is that a fair statement?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So there was some indication that you'd had work done that didn't include the top half of the glass, and then explain that to me.
No, the window, you have the sash and then you have the bottom part. They came in through the bottom part.
Okay.
But when we were going around we took that out to go around to, I think it was Discount Glass in Hope. We took it around to the one on Larned Street. They were saying they could not repair that because you have to, the EI gas or whatever is in it, and we had to get the whole window done, the top and the bottom.
Right.
Okay, so that was gonna be expensive because this is stuff we gotta pay for, and I couldn't afford 580 or 720. So I just kept going, and someone told me about Lansing Glass, and they said maybe they can do that part, just the bottom part.
Okay.
And so when I took the bottom part to them, they said, yeah, we can do it.
All right. With that clarification, you may proceed, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Thank you.
I just heard of the other glass, and I want to make sure I've got it. So this indicates what you played the Lansing glass. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
So back to what you were saying about Discount Glass and Screen. Did you use them to fix the I think you said the top part of the window?
No, they couldn't do we were only trying to get the bottom part of the window fixed.
Okay.
They couldn't do that. They couldn't do it.
Did you use Discount Glass and Screen for anything else?
I've used them before, a long time ago for different things,
Okay.
but they couldn't do this.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm gonna let the record reflect that I'm showing opposing counsel what has been marked as People's Proposed Exhibit 5.
Your Honor, I'll be
That's
objecting.
for the screen. That's just for the screen. Let me explain. The window where the glass was broken,
Your Honor, if
that's.
if
who
I may-
Lansing
You
Glass
may.
did.
So,
may I object first? Yes.
okay. So
Before
she's going
testimony.
to object first, and then you can
Oh, okay.
reach the
All right.
clarification.
Okay.
But the objection is to People's Exhibit
5.
5.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you want to ask some questions on that?
Actually, I have a full objection on that, Your
All
Honor.
right.
This
Okay.
was the exhibit that when we were here 2 weeks ago, that had requested a copy of because the witness had brought it with them at the first original sentencing. I had requested it. It was re-requested. I saw it this morning. Therefore, my objection is timeliness of providing this to me to allow me time for this restitution hearing. Therefore, I'll be objecting fully to this receipt itself.
All right. So exhibit number 5, and Ms. Fortuna Gill, is this exhibit number 5 given to Mr. Yang this morning?
Your Honor, if that's what Mr. Yang is saying, I of course believe him. I did receive this much before I was under the impression that my discovery unit had sent it to Mr. Yang. If Mr. Yang saying he did not receive it, I of course believe what he is saying today to the court. But I did in fact show him it this morning.
All right, so we'll hold number 5 in abeyance. Number 4 is admitted, and you may proceed, Ms. Gill.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Fortuna Gill.
It doesn't really matter.
It does.
And whatever. But Miss Green Weatherspoon, so you also had to have the screens replaced. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, that's for a different window. Apparently, the way our deck is done, there's a lower deck and there's an upper deck. Okay, we hadn't even noticed that screen had been cut until we were doing something later on, trying to cut branches off so they wouldn't fall on the house to damage the roof. So that's when we discovered that at a later date, that those screens were. So apparently they tried to get in there first, but then that was more of a challenge because that window is higher. It's harder to get into. The one on the upper deck presented less of a challenge getting into. So that's the one that they ended up breaking and getting into.
Understood. And you said that was at a later date. Do you know
That
approximately
we
when?
discovered that, yeah.
Do you know approximately how much later?
I think that was like in August, sometimes in August, that when we were getting those limbs cut so they wouldn't fall in the house. We noticed that at
Okay,
that time.
okay. Your Honor, the people would again try to admit or show the defense counsel what's been marked as People's Exhibit 5 so that the witness can testify. to it.
That's the objection. That's the objection.
That's correct, Your Honor. That's the exhibit I object to based on not receiving it timely, and also based on the witness's testimony. This is a different window, a different part of the home that's in a higher area. It's not relevant as to Mr. Amos Seger's case. I would object as to relevance as well as timeliness.
Part of the home, it's on the back side,
All
right
right.
next to the window that they came in.
All right. So at this time, the court won't see People's Exhibit number 5 at this time, but number 4 has been admitted, and you may proceed, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Thank you, Your Honor. So in addition to the damages to the window, Miss Vivian or Miss Green Weatherspoon, can you please share with me other costs that were inquired due to this crime that occurred?
The other receipts are for parts that we had to go and get for the door, the shims and all that stuff to try to fix the door that got kicked in the night before.
Okay,
The others are cleaning costs and, whatever they say on there, that's
Before we
all
get
for the
into-
door.
right. So this is all for the
Door
door.
or window.
Understood. So before we get into cleaning costs and things like that, I would like to let the record reflect that I'm showing opposing counsel what's been marked as People's Exhibit 2, and 3. Receipts from Menards, Home Depot, and Lowe's respectively. May I approach the witness?
You may.
Okay, so here is 1, 2, and 3. Can you share with me what I just handed you?
This one looks like it's for the shims and stuff that he had used, because once the door was kicked in, then the frame was compromised. So he was just trying to get it so that the door would lock, we could get the door to lock again. So all this, the shims, the glue stuff that he used, wood filler. The plunger is because they left the toilet full of feces, urine, and
Your Honor,
paper towels.
I would just like to
So
have
that's
her
what the
clarify.
plunger on here is for.
Objection, Your Honor, as to testimony, the word they, I want to make sure that there's a clarification as if she has actual knowledge or is this just an assumption of what happened?
Okay.
So who they is it John, Jimmy, Sally, who is they? I just want to clarify that if she can.
All right.
Okay.
So the clarification is that this wasn't how the house was before, and this is how this is the cleanup of the house after.
Yeah, yes. And I say they
So, but-
because there were 2 people that the officers detained on our line. that
So
were
that's
coming
the
out of the house.
clarification of why the word they is being used as
So I don't
opposed to.
know which one of them.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. With that understanding and clarification, Ms. Fortuna Gill, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. So Ms. Green Weatherspoon, can you please look at the Menards receipt for me and let me know exactly how much it cost you in supplies from Menards?
$33.29.
Okay, thank you. And can you please look at the second receipt, I believe is Home Depot, and let me know how much that cost you?
$55.76 for the plywood.
Okay, and just to clarify, that plywood, is that for the doors, what you said?
The plywood was to put over the opening where the windows had been kicked out.
Okay,
Broken.
understood.
And the other piece of plywood was to put over the deck. The deck is compromised. It has soft spots. We don't even go out on the deck. So in order to get out there to clean up and sweep up all the glass and try to get the blood off the side of the siding and everything, we had to go on the deck, which we don't usually do. So we had to get a piece of plywood to put over that bad spot so we could step on it and we wouldn't, hurt ourselves.
Understood. So the
So
plywood.
that's what the two sheets of plywood for, one for the window and one for the deck.
Okay, understood. And that last receipt from Lowe's, can you tell me how much you paid for that?
Lowe's is $22.20.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the people would move to have exhibits 1, 2, and 3 entered into evidence.
Any objection to 1, 2, and 3, and you can voir dire on each exhibit if you choose, Mr. Yang.
Your Honor, I'd object as to 1, 2, and 3 as to relevance. Her testimony earlier was that this was to repair the damages prior to the date of the incident. That was her testimony. So that means this is damage that was done prior to Mr. Amersager's allegations, in which he has pled guilty to.
Right.
So therefore, that was her testimony. Therefore, it is not relevant to this. So I would object as to that.
Based on the court's questioning, I thought this was done after the event, that this was done in part of the cleanup.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mr.
That
Yang.
would have
So
been no
yes, so-
cleanup if they hadn't done what they did.
All right,
Your
thank you.
Honor, so yes,
Nothing to clean up.
it happened after the incident with Mr. Amersager, which he has taken responsibility for. But her testimony earlier was that this was to fix the damage to the door the day before this incident, is her testimony. Unless I misunderstood that
Yeah.
testimony. That's what I received from my end, was that to fix the door was kicked in the day before. And so that's what that was. So the receipts from exhibits 1, 2, and 3, though I don't dispute that she had to use this to fix what needed to be fixed. Her testimony was to fix, because this would be on the cross, Your Honor. This home was being broken into multiple times, so it wasn't just one incident. So her testimony, it was to fix the damage the day before. Mr. Amersager was not alleged to have done anything the day before. He was alleged to have done it the day of. Therefore, it is not relevant as to this restitution.
All right, so the date that we're dealing with, just so there's no confusion, is on May 30th, 2025. Is that correct? That would be the date of
Your Honor.
the plea was taken on August 7th, and the plea was as to entry without permission. And that was from May 30th, 2025.
Your Honor, the incident, so the information has May 30th, but the information is May 30th, but it happened on or about 6/3 of 2025, around midnight, so 6/3.
I only know what he pled to.
Understood, Your Honor. So, but that also calls into question then, if the police were called on 6/3 and he pled to 5/31, that's not the day before either.
I have May 30th through and including June 3rd as the plea. All right, let's hear the testimony. We're going to adjourn anyway because number 5 Mr. Yang should get notice of Mr. 5. He shouldn't see it day of, so he should get it. But we will also get the transcript from the plea, so we'll understand exactly what the plea was indicated to. I usually use, and I think I took the plea, so that would be, I usually use the information. I read it right from the information that he pled to unlawful entry on May 30th through June 3rd, but I may not have, depending. But that's the dates of responsibility that he's accepted in the plea. So I'll hold back on 1, 2, and 3, and 5, and then for the adjourned hearing, and then provide while we have while we have the witness here, you can proceed on any further, and then we'll have Mr. Yang do his cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Green Weatherspoon, can you please, you mentioned earlier the cleaning that you had to do. Can you tell me a bit about that process?
Well, when it came in the window, then one or both of them got cut because blood was all over the siding on the deck, on the deck floor. It was on the window, it was on the glass, it was on the glass, it was inside, it was on the floor, and it was dripped all the way from the wooden floors downstairs, up the wooden staircase, up in the bathroom, and up in the loft also. So it's a lot of blood.
Okay, a lot
And
of.
that's what we have had difficulty getting out, is the blood stain over the wall-to-wall rug, and especially on the wood.
Was there anything else there that needed to be cleaned?
Okay, the toilet stool was full of feces and urine and paper towels. Okay. So I had to get all that out so that we could flush it, so we could clean that, clean the bathroom and everything. And there was a toilet that wasn't even connected that they defecated in. I say they because I don't know which one of them did, or maybe both, you know. It wasn't even connected because that part of the house, we still were trying to you know, that was being finished up. Okay, so
Understood.
that plumbing up there hadn't even been connected.
In
Okay.
total, about how much time did you spend, you and your husband?
And my
Is
daughter.
that right?
About 11 hours altogether, because we had to paint, because on the walls, the blood. And I think the police pictures show all that, the blood on the walls and stuff. So we had to get the blood off, then we had to repaint, because the house is for sale, it was for sale. So we had to restore it to its showing ability that it was before they did what they did.
And just for clarification, you said that took all three of you about 11 hours?
Yeah, altogether, yeah.
Okay. And did any of you work? Did you have to take off time from work?
My
for
daughter
this?
worked, but she helped us on the weekend.
Okay. Okay. No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Thank you. Cross-examination of Mr. Yang.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Green Weatherspoon, my name is Joseph. If I speak too fast or you need me to clarify a question, please let me know, okay? All right, so I want to take you back to the date when the police came, that date. So I just want to clarify the timeline a little bit. So you guys saw some flashlights go to the back of the home, is that correct?
Yes.
And then your husband immediately exited the car, correct?
No, we were sitting across the street watching,
Okay, so
because the police had said they're gonna come back. They're
so
gonna come back.
so just to clarify, you saw lights go to the back of the house, and how, from the time you saw the lights to when your husband went back there, how much time elapsed?
Maybe about between 5 to 8 minutes.
So it was fairly quickly then. It wasn't like overnight or anything like that, correct?
No,
Okay, all right. In addition to that, had that home been broken into multiple times
it's been broken into 3 times before.
before? Okay, and how close in time to this incident was it? Was it a few days before? Was it a month before?
No, quite a long time before. We've gone a long time without anything happening over there.
Okay, and so did you find out who the people were in those prior incidents?
No,
No, okay. So there were break-ins.
we could see them on our cameras and
Were-
stuff.
were
We
you
haven't
able-
heard anything back from the police department.
Okay, so there hasn't been any identification for those prior incidents, is that
No.
correct? Okay, I just want to clarify that. Did you yourself witness any of this damage? Did you see Mr. Amos Seger damaging anything on your own? Or is this just
No.
after the fact that you saw it?
After the fact.
Okay, all right, thank you. And so right now we have so there's only one exhibit that has been.
Only 4.
Only 4 has been entered.
I think
So-
only 4 has been admitted.
Okay, so I just want to clarify as to the glass for the $155.91 there. You said that was to fix the bottom portion of the window, is that correct? All right. And is that on a,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All right, thank you.
Is that on the first floor or the second floor?
it's on the first floor.
It's on the first floor. And is that the one that's by the deck that you were talking about?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Did you witness anybody breaking that window at all?
No,
Okay, all right. Are you currently employed right now?
no,
Okay. How do you support yourself?
I'm a retired teacher.
Retired teacher, so some type of retirement pension, something of that nature?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you. Have you since been able to sell this home?
No, we stopped and made some repairs, and then we decided to go on and finish off some of the parts of the house that hadn't been finished.
Okay, so the home has still not been sold.
No, it's not on the market.
It's not on the market anymore. Okay, all right. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. So redirect Ms. Fortuna Gill.
None, Your Honor.
All right. May this witness be excused from the people subject to the adjournment for Exhibit 5 because we should make a copy for Mr. Yang and have him be able to look at the copy. May this witness be excused for today's proceeding, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank
Mr.
you.
Yang.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, ma'am. You might be subpoenaed again, but you're done for today. All right, ma'am?
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Fortuna Gill, any further witnesses?
Your Honor, if we're going to adjourn, I believe that we can take, the other testimony on the next day. It seems to make the most sense if we're gonna go through seats 1 through 3. That way we know what days the defendant is
Yeah,
responsible for.
I think that we can clarify the dates of 1, 2, and 3 for exhibits 1, 2, and 3. And then exhibits 5, we can make a copy. We can make a copy of the exhibit so that Mr. Yang has it here today. And then the adjournment would be for witness, this is the second witness, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a witness. And what's that witness's name? He said it for the record.
It is Gregory. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm not incorrect. Gregory Weatherspoon.
Gregory Weatherspoon. All right, any objection to adjourning for, I will return People's Exhibit 4 to the people. And then adjourning for Exhibit 5, clarifications on 1, 2, and 3, and then Mr. Witherspoon's testimony. And then we'll adjourn the sentencing also, because we'll do the restitution and the sentencing at the same time.
There was an issue that brought up to Ms.
Fortuna Gill. I know it took me a while. It took me a while too, Mr. Yang.
Since we're adjourning, because we weren't, I was going to try to avoid adjournment, but since we're adjourning,
Right.
I did give her notice of potential issue with Mr. Weatherspoon, that he might need to seek counsel for his testimony based on something that I might elicit. Whether or not I decide to, I think still needs to be provided that to make sure that there aren't any issues. So, yeah.
Yeah, if he's good, if you're gonna place him, he probably needs to be reread by a different counsel, any Fifth Amendment rights. So we'll deal that when we get there.
Yeah, so
let's see if we get there.
Yes,
But,
I just want to make sure that
right.
he's provided
Are
counsel.
you
prior to-
conflict counsel?
I am conflict counsel.
You're conflict counsel, so
They may or may not be able to, I'm not sure. So
I'm not. That is a new one for me.
Yeah.
I would.
Understood, Your Honor.
Yeah, I would
Take
think.
care of it.
But let's see if we get to that, to the spot, but you're absolutely right. If he's going to take the stand, he needs to be read his rights, and yes, any self-incrimination concerning those events that him taking the stand should be addressed, and should be addressed by counsel other than yourself.
Understood.
That's absolutely true. So we'll adjourn the sentencing hearing to,
Far out, a couple of weeks or 30 days.
you tell me, counsel, how far are we looking?
We do not need long, Your Honor.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how long Mr. Yang would like.
It's probably we're let's see what works with your schedule.
what's your next available? Right?
Yeah.
Let's look at that first.
And
I'm
then
looking to put it on a probable cause conference morning,
Perfect.
December 4th at 10 a.m.
I'll be here.
I know where you'll be. Mr. Yang might be in trial.
Let me check.
Or other
one-
prelims.
One more spot so that I don't say something wrong. Okay, December 4 at
10 a.m.
Okay, Your Honor, before we go officially off the record, can we briefly adjourn so I can talk to Ms. Fortuna Gill before we,
Absolutely,
just so that we don't go off the record?
absolutely.
Your Honor, if I could just have one moment, if I could just step out
Mr.
for a
Yang?
moment and speak with the witnesses.
All right,
actually.
all right. So let's take a break. I think we've got other,
2 exams are running, Your Honor.
all right. And then I think we've got some Miss Judge Simmons.
I have 2 8:30s that are just one's gonna probably be dismissal, the other one's gonna be a recess.
All right, and who's the prosecutor on Miss Simmons' case?
Jeffrey
Mr.
Billibe.
Billibe?
Yes, but he is, in an exam right now.
Oh,
Is
I
he-
don't
is
mind
he-
filling in.
Okay, you can fill in?
All right.
Great, thank you. Oh
So
my gosh.
come get me when you're ready, all right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Your Honor.
that's,
Thank you.
no worries. And if Mr. Billibe happens to show up, I know he's doing a prelim too, so
Yeah.
just let me know when you're ready.
Thank you, Your
Okay,
Honor.
thank
All
you.
rise. Yeah, I don't know. I was just wondering if Jeffrey.
I've been trying to track down.
I think it's a felony.
No.
I think it was pled down. to a misdemeanor. You can be seated. Thank you.
Jeffrey? Yeah, what? I'm sending.
Record in docket 2502-086. We were talking about adjournment. Council is going to speak to one another concerning some matters. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, we have come to an agreement, I believe, to stipulate to an amount of restitution so that there's no need to adjourn the matter or come back another day.
And is that a fair statement, Mr. Yang?
It is, Your Honor. The amount of restitution is $358.36.
That is what the people are agreed to as well, Your Honor.
Okay, $358.36. And I have the pink sheet. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna change the number. And if you initial it, that should do it for our purposes if you both will initial it. And then we'll use that as the restitution document for the sentencing, which we can proceed to.
That sounds great to me. There we go. Just initial where the change is.
Yeah. And then we'll place it on the record for the restitution. All right, so that is $388,
$58.
$358, but I'm making it harder. $358.36.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. And so, Mr. Yang, you're ready to proceed with the sentencing now that restitution's been determined.
I am,
Is
Your
that
Honor.
correct? All right.
I'm prepared.
All right. 358. All right. So we're on the record in 2502-086. And this is the sentencing after restitution hearing and some consultation and negotiations. Mr. Yang, have you had the opportunity to go through the pre-sentence report with your client, Quentin Asmiger, MSEG?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Any additions, deletions, or corrections?
No, Your Honor. I guess I would stipulate to adding that new receipt from today.
Yeah,
to get the amount there.
We'll add that as a correction. Restitution will be ordered in 358.36. And then I'll place that on the judgment of sentence.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Allocution, Mr. Yang.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would ask this court to adopt the recommendation here, the 10 months of probation with Zoom reporting. Mr. Amisager does have some restitution that he has to complete here, the $358.36. Invading somebody's home, that is their private area, and Mr. Amisager understands that he should not have done that. You know, when sometimes she doesn't make the best of decisions when you see a vacant home and you're like, hey, let's go exploring, but you know, somebody's fixing it up, trying to get it sold, put on the market, and he understands that. That's why he's taking responsibility for that and willing to stipulate to the restitution to try to help the parties here. So I'd ask this court to adopt the recommendation of the 10 months Zoom reporting probation with the stipulated to restitution. This court still has additional 90 days in their back pocket if Mr. Amesegger does not do what he's supposed to do, and he understands that. So I'd ask you adopt the recommendation and allow him to make it right to them with the restitution. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. Ms. Fortuna-Gill, is there anything you'd like to say to the court before the court turns its attention to Mr. Amesegger?
No, Your Honor, the people would just recommend that the court follow the recommendation.
All right, Mr. Amesegger, do you have anything to the court before the court passes sentence?
I mean, I'm sorry for wasting everybody's time. I'm sorry to the victims back here.
All right.
That's about it.
All right, it is a sense, so I'm gonna follow the recommendation and so I don't know if this is gonna be a plan for success or a plan for failure, okay? Because you're on probation to me for 10 months and I've got jail time to play with, all right? So it's just a different kind of sentencing. I can sentence you to jail or I can sentence you probation, but probation might mean that you have our attention and you have to do more jail if you don't do everything you're supposed to. I'm going to follow the recommendation as requested with the warning that you should do everything you're supposed to, okay? I mean, it's a good idea. It's a really good idea. So this is for a guilty plea on August 7th, 2025, a guilty plea to legal entry and malicious destruction of property. It is ordered that the defendant spend 93 days in jail, credits given for 3 days previously served. I'll suspend the 90 days upon successful completion of probation. So I've got 90 days to play with, all right? And we're suspending that upon successful completion of probation. So I don't know that I'm doing you any favors here, but this is a good time to use any resources from the district court because we're supposed to help you, okay? We're supposed to help people. That's the whole game. And if we're not helping, then you just do your 90 days and we'll, that's the course of this. I don't want that. I'm not concerned about Mr. Amesegger in the next 10 months because you're gonna be on probation to me, right? I'm concerned about Mr. Amesegger in the next 4 years when you got to make good decisions, okay? You got to make good decisions based on on whatever foundation we start building here, okay? That's kind of the key here, all right? All right, so probation is set, the restitution is going to be made in the amount of $358.36 to Vivian Green Witherspoon, and that's Weatherspoon, I believe, not Witherspoon. So I'll make that correction here because I'm good. You should not return to 1109 South Genesee Drive in the city of Lansing, state of Michigan. No assaultive or threatening behavior. No use of possession of alcohol, marijuana, or controlled substance without prescription. Submit to random PBTs under your analysis at the direction of your probation agent. And your probation agent in this matter, I think, will be Miss Bayless, Jody Bayless. So she's the person who could violate you, all right? And so keep that in mind when you're meeting with Miss Bayless. No bars or nightclubs. You should complete the following rehabilitative services, pay fees, and provide proof of completion of the court. That's moral recognition therapy should be completed, and any certificate of completion should be shown to Ms. Bayless. Obtain and maintain employment. I don't know if that's something that's started, but that's something that Ms. Bayless is going to be requesting, and not purchase or possess firearms, ammunition, or weapons of any kind. I'll tell you what most people come in front of me on. They drop dirty. Okay, most people drop dirty and they come in me and we start at 5 days at a time and then we go to 10 and I've got 90 days to play with. So that's what you want to avoid. You want to avoid that scenario. That's what we're trying to avoid. We want to know if you have a destructive relationship with narcotics and alcohol or if you have a productive relationship. And if you start dropping dirty, it gets destructive really fast. Okay, we know that, you know that. Your loved ones know that. That's just part of the game, okay? All right. Anything else towards a judgment of sentence, Ms. Fortuna-Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Yang, any questions of me concerning the judgment of sentence?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
you should go down, check with Ms. Bayless just to make sure you know how to report by Zoom, what the ID number is, but you should be all set. Thank you for your appearance, Mr. Amsack.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Well, they gave us.
Your Honor, if we could go on, we have Sorrells from Simmons Docket at 8:30. I know Ms. Robinson's been here all morning,
All right.
and I'm willing to cover for, I
For
can
Mr.
handle this
Billabay?
matter. Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. Ms. Robinson, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I should qualify that question because you've been here all morning. All right, so we're on the record in docket 2503125. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Charles Sorrells. Is he's that's the writ, right? Yeah, that's the writ. Okay. All right, this is the time set for a preliminary examination. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill, and I know you're covering on this case also.
That is correct, Your Honor. Haley Fortuna Gill, on behalf of the people, I am filling in for APA Jeffrey Billabay today.
Thank you. Ms. Robinson.
Aaron Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Sorrells. He's currently in custody in ICJ.
All right.
He's downstairs, but I'll waive his appearance.
All right. So this is was he written over?
I have on their docket that he's MDOC.
So
Sorrells?
Yeah,
No, White is MDOC.
Oh, White is
Sorrells is the
MDOC?
one that's in ICJ.
okay. Yeah,
all right. So
It's okay.
Yeah. That we're
Both are my clients. so
both of
it's
your
fine.
clients. All right. All right. So you are not asking for bench warrant for Mr. Sorrells since we know where Mr. Sorrells is. He's in
custody.
He's in custody.
Yes.
All right.
correct, Your Honor.
All right. So we're waiving the appearance of Mr. Sorrells. And what are we doing today, Ms. Fortuna Gill, or if you'd like to defer to Ms. Robinson?
Yes, Your Honor, we would just ask for a new date so that we can get the defendant written over.
No, he's here.
Oh,
He's downstairs.
sorry,
It's okay. This is the one where your witnesses are.
Yeah, yes, I apologize, Your Honor. I'm confused with these cases. On this case, we do not have our complaining witnesses present today. They were subpoenaed and our office has had unsuccessful attempts at communication with them, so we are unable to proceed. I do expect the motion from defense counsel.
All right. And then Ms. Robinson.
And we would make that motion to dismiss, Judge.
All right. All right, so the complaining witness was subpoenaed and has failed to appear. Is that correct?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. And we will, and so there's been unsuccessful contact with the complaining witness, the alleged complaining witness, and we will grant the motion to dismiss without prejudice, and I'll give you a copy. So let's get that printed out.
And I can take that down downstairs.
And then I'll give you a copy for your file and a copy for him.
Thank you.
So, because there's a GPS tether on Mr. Sorrells, and we'll contact the private agency to get that removed. And then he should carry a dismissal with him because it'll take a little bit.
I don't think it's on him just because he's in custody.
Okay, so it was never put on. It was ordered, but it was never put on. All right, and there's a no contact order, so you should probably carry Nolly Pross with him. All right, so I've signed the order of acquittal on 2503125. This is dismissed without prejudice, which means the people could reissue if they choose to, but for our purposes of the day, the case is dismissed, and you'll explain all that to Mr. Sorrells in lockup.
I will.
Ms. Robinson.
I will, Judge.
All right. Anything else for the record in 2503125, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people. Your Honor.
Ms. Robinson.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, we're all set on that one.
And then we can call White as well,
All right.
which is already where my head was at, so.
All right, so Mr. White is now in MDOC.
That is correct.
I've got a note of that. Okay, so we have to writ him out.
That's correct.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 2503247. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Anthony White. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill, on behalf of the people, I am filling in for APA Jeffrey Billabay on this matter.
Ms. Robinson.
Karen Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. White.
All right, this is the time set for preliminary examination. Was set in Judge Simmons' docket. It appears that Mr. White is now in NDOC, so we're gonna have to writ him out. So I'll do a good cause adjournment for, I would think a preliminary examination, not a PCC, because just to keep it from writting him out twice from the
The
same.
people would be prepared
Yeah.
for a preliminary examination,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right, so let's, D is in. And where is he in DOC?
He's at Eagler right now, so I don't know how long he's gonna stay there, but that's currently his location.
So it'll need to be writ out of Eagler DOC. This is a good cause adjournment. Because we have to writ him out, it's not his fault. We'll reset.
December 11th at 9:30.
December, it's different, setting on somebody else's docket. December 11th at 9:30. All right, so we'll set the preliminary, and I'm gonna set for prelim. So it's set for prelim, so we only have to writ him out one time for December 11th at 9:30. We'll use this as a PCC, as kind of a PCC, just finding out where he is, so we can writ him out. Anything else for the record in 25-03247? This is a good cause adjournment, and it's been adjourned to December 11th at 9:30. Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Not for the people.
Ms. Robinson.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, we'll do the writ. Thank you, everybody, for your appearance today.
Thank you.
We are ready to go on Foreman, Your Honor. No one here to start. Foreman, we? Yeah.
All right, so let's bring up Foreman for Mr. Freeman. And then we have Henderson for Mr. Kaplan. All right, and then King. Those are the three left. And then we have, I think, Mr. Billabay here on. That's Mr. Watson's this afternoon. That's something I think we're doing for Mr. Billabay. But I want to make sure he knows we're probably not going to get to it till after we're done with our stuff.
Yeah.
So sometime this afternoon. I don't know who's the defense attorney on Watson. Doyle, Mr. Doyle. So it'll probably be 1 or 1:30-ish. We do have a wedding. We do have a CSC prelim that's scheduled. So yeah, busy day. Okay. All right. Let's go on Mr. Foreman. And we also have we have a prelim set with Miss Lawton and Mr. Sarks.
I'm sorry, what was that, Your Honor?
On I'm gonna butcher this name.
This
Alila?
afternoon, yeah, that's Lawton.
Okay, that's Miss
Jen,
Lawton.
yeah, she'll
All
be
right.
back this afternoon.
All right. So just come get me when Mr. Foreman is brought up, because that might take a little bit,
Okay, thank you.
depending on how they're doing in the jail.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's the only one left, so.
Okay.
I was gonna go grab him.
Brooks.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
It must be Brooks. Yeah.
So we're gonna,
Because I was thinking.
we're having to examine yours on Foreman.
So I
Yes.
need to
Okay,
talk
and then
to
one
them.
on Henderson as well.
Yes.
custody.
Okay.
Antonio Whiting, Your Honor, is scheduled a week out from Akias Jackson and Cedric Jackson. So I would defer to the court as to how to handle that, but we can pull those at separate dates. But I would be intending to hold Akias Jackson and Cedric Jackson's appearance at the same time, as are the same facts and circumstances for both. They each have 2 files, and for both files, for co-defendants.
All right, so that's Mr. Jackson, and the co-defendant for Mr. Jackson is Mr. You said,
The co-defendant on file 2674 FY, which is Akias Jackson. His co-defendants are Cedric Jackson for 2675 FY,
all right.
and then also Antonio Whiting.
And then Whiting's the one that
is a week
is set
off.
on a different date.
Yes.
Okay.
Then-
Is the prelim on this is going to be next week? Is Mr. Whiting set after that?
Yes, his PCC is scheduled for the 20th,
All
and
right.
then his exam is scheduled for the 27th.
With these 2 co-defendants, so you've got one out of the mix,
Yeah,
so to speak. All right. Well, let's keep, since we have co-defendants, let's keep these ones on, and then we'll see how we deal with the other co-defendant. But so this has been left on, my understanding, this has been left on for February 19th at 1:30 for both these files, 26-00074 and 26-00246. Is that correct, Ms. McComber?
yes, Sean.
All right. Ms. Wanji, is that your understanding?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. So, Mr. Jackson, we will see you on February 19th, which is next Thursday at 1:30 for your prelims on both these files. All right, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
That'll be live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing. All right, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else for the record in docket 26-00074 or 26-00246, Ms. McComber?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Wanji, anything else for the record?
Nothing for the defense, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Mr. Jackson, we'll see you next week. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I'm assuming you're on the other one, on Cedric.
Yes, Your Honor.
So let's go ahead and that's Mr. Oakes.
Yes.
Yes, Your
At
Honor.
least on one file, I'm not sure.
On the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll add, we'll add, so let's see. And it's Jackson. And it's okay if I call these cases together?
Yes.
All right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 26-00075 and 26-00245. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Cedric Darvell Jackson. Appearances for the record, Ms. McComber.
Good morning, Your Honor. Natalie Mecklenburg on behalf of the people.
And sir, you are Michael Oakes?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a probable cause conference on 2 files. Mr. Jackson, I have Mr. Oakes as your attorney, 26-00075 on 26-00245. I don't have Mr. Oakes's appearance. Do you plan on seeking representation in that file? Or is Mr. Oakes going to represent you on that file too?
I represent him on both files. I didn't realize that the office had not sent over appearance on the other one. What's that other case number?
Yeah, the other case number is 26-00245, and then we'll get an appearance on that. But for today's purposes, we can represent him on both files.
Yes.
All right, and that's your understanding, Ms. McComber. Mr. Oakes is going to be the person. Once he gets his appearance, and you can send him the discovery on the second 26-00245 if he hasn't received it already.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, Ms. McComber, how are we proceeding today? Oh, you are Cedric Jackson, is that correct? You can unmute?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you can hear me all right, Mr. Jackson?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a probable cause conference on 26-00075 and 26-00245. Ms. McComber, how are we proceeding today?
Thank you, Your Honor. It's my understanding that we will be leaving these cases on for preliminary examination next week. Again, I intend to hold these files together along with the co-defendant, Akias Jackson, on both of his files.
All right, we set that for, that's the 19th, right?
Yes, they're both the 19th at 1:30.
And is that a fair statement, Mr. Oakes? We're going to leave this on for February 19th at 1:30.
Yes, it is.
All right. Mr. Jackson, that's your understanding. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing. We'll set it for February 19th at 1:30. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else for the record in 26000075 or 26000245, Ms. McComber?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Oakes?
No, Your Honor.
All right. You're all set, Mr. Jackson. We'll see you next week at 1:30.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
Was that one already scheduled?
He's a co-defendant, so the co-defendant was already scheduled.
So I'm adding him.
I don't know.
It was already scheduled. You don't have to schedule anything.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to schedule
Yep, I
anything.
see it now. Thank you.
Is that both? You've got plenty of files there, Mr. Comer. Is that all you've got for today?
For today.
Right. All right, Ms. Fortuna Gill, where are we heading? We'll see you, Ms. McComber.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor, Ms. Donnelly must have just stepped out. If we still have Ms. Wanji on Zoom, we can go on MAG or I'm not sure how I'm pronouncing that
On
properly.
Dusty Mog. I see Ms. Wanji here.
Oh, never.
And Mr. Mag is on Zoom. You can unmute, sir. We'll call your case. We're on the record in docket 2503765. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Dusty Jonathan Mag. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Ms. Wanji.
Good morning, Your Honor. Melanie Wanji for Mr. Mag.
And sir, you are Dusty Mag, is that correct?
Ma'am.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Mag?
Yes.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a probable cause conference. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, we would ask that the matter be left on for preliminary examination. I have been in contact with Ms. Wanji. I've indicated, excuse me, that there is no offer at this time. I do not anticipate that there will be an offer.
All right, and so we're leaving it on for prelim for February 19th at 8:30, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the previous date. And that's your understanding, Ms. Wanji?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Mag, we're leaving this on for prelim on February 19th at 8:30. That's next Thursday at 8:30 in the morning. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Anything else for the record in 2503765, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Ms. Wanji?
Not for the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Mag, we'll see you next week at 8:30. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sylvester, you ready on yours? Okay, we can go on either, Your Honor.
On
Sentencing.
Dale, okay. This is Mr. Silvestri?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so we're on the record in 2502987. This is People of the State of Michigan versus Dale Kenneth Heather. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Silvestri.
Tyler Silvestri on behalf of Mr. Heather, who's seated to my right.
All right, thank you. And sir, you are Dale Kenneth Heather, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is time set for a sentencing today. Is there any, do you know of any further restitution on this matter, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
There's no further restitution, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Silvestri, have you had the opportunity to go through the pre-sentence report with Mr. Heather?
I have, Your Honor.
Any additions, deletions, or corrections?
No.
All right, allocution, Mr. Silvestri.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's been a pleasure getting to know Mr. Heather over the last 5 months. It's very clear to me that this was an isolated incident. His lack of a criminal history, I think, speaks to that. His only conviction being about 20 years old. Yeah, this was an unfortunate and isolated incident which he has taken responsibility for. It was about 1.5 years ago now, and I think the fact that he's had nothing come up in the time since speaks well to him. We'd ask you to follow the recommendation, the pre-sentence report, and the terms of which I've discussed with Mr. Heather, and he is eager to get this behind him, do what he has to do that the court orders, and looks forward to continuing to be a productive member of society. And this experience has left an impression on him, and I think we will have little reason to think that we'll see it back.
All right, thank you. Ms. Fortuna Gill, is there anything you'd like to say to the court before the court on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan before the court passes sentence? They used an acronym that we're kind of familiar with, but they're kind of not, that RJNP. That is, it's a non-probationable offense, but what does the RJ stand for?
Your Honor, that's what I was gonna bring
I've
up
asked,
to you.
like,
I've never,
it's like once every 5 years, this acronym comes up.
I've never seen that acronym in
No.
my life.
That I asked somebody and they're like, oh, it means da-da-da, and that makes all sense. It means, the end of it means non-probational events. I don't know what the RJ stands for though, but that was the nature of it.
I caught the gist based on reading the pre-sentence report, but I was going to actually bring that up because I've never seen that acronym
I have seen it once before.
Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah,
than
so
ever.
it's a good question, or a question.
The people would just recommend that the court follow the recommendation.
All right, thank you. Mr. Heather, is there anything you'd like to say to the court before the court passes sentence?
No, sir.
All right. So I'm going to follow the recommendation for a good reason. This appears to be, there seems to be a limited criminal history out of 94, so it's been over 30 years. This appears to be an attempt, this is how I read it, all right? It looks like an attempt to get past a drunk driving, okay? So you called in your car and got it stolen. That's how I read it, okay? So I think you were hit with the false report of a misdemeanor based on the calling in aspect of it. There may be more going on here. I don't know. Only you would know that, okay? And so you need to take care of yourself, all right? Because we have some familiarity with drunk drivings in this court, okay? And so just be careful, okay? Recognize that you are doing this not only for yourself, but also for people who care about you. And so your record seems to speak for itself, okay? You've been out of trouble since 94, and that says good things about you, okay? So I'm gonna entertain follow the recommendation that was set down for the mysterious acronym of RJNP, which is no probation, which is the important part of it.
Really just.
Yeah, what is it?
Really just.
Really, really. Yeah. I don't know if that's the acronym, but I think it's fitting. I think
I
it's
have
fitting
people
here.
in my email telling me it's referral judgment, not
Referral
probation.
judgment, referral
Probation.
judgment, okay. So let's do that. So we'll set fines at, so it is, as a part of this, I'll follow the recommendation. The defendant is to spend, because this is punishable by 90 days, I believe. False report. So defendant, based on the no contest plea that was found on December 18, 2025, defendant is to spend 0 days in jail, beginning with credit for 0 days previously served. He probably has a night, I'm not sure. Fine of $200, cost of $200, crime victims' rights fee of $75, state minimum cost fee of $50 I'll give you a grand total for that. And you might need some time to make that payment. So $75, that's $525. They can read my writing, which they should be able to. Probation is for 0 months. And then there was only it was 24 hours of community service that they were recommending. And that should be completed within 90 days of sentencing. So I'll put an other here. I don't know if that's on here. So 24 hours community service. Within 90 days of sentencing. I would think that the probation officer who wrote the report, which would be Joe Sumter, could tell you what was an acceptable type of the community service. And as long as you provide some verification that the community service was complete, or they might have a list that you sign in, that would suffice. All right, sir? All right. That's February 12th. So I've written that in 24 hours community service within 90 days. With 0 probation. Anything else for the record in docket 2502987, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Silvestri.
Your Honor, I would just ask to clarify, is the fine due over that same 90 days?
Oh, that's a great point. You have 90 days to make the payment for the fine, okay? And so payment can be made to the city of Lansing for the fines and costs, which are $525. Let me write that in. And that can be paid online, in person, or at the window. Just make sure within 90 days. The nice thing about that is that $525, it's due within 90 days. So you can kind of set up your own payment plan up until those 90 days are over, okay? All right, anything else for the record, Mr. Silvestri?
Your Honor, would you just like him to check in with probation after?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea to go down to the 5th floor and make sure that you've got the list and you understand that how to get them the information you need within the 90 days. All right. All right. Mr. Silvestri, anything else? Those are good questions.
No, yeah.
All right. Anything else for the record? So Mr. Heather, you know what's more going on that night than we do. Okay. But use this as kind of a learning tool so that you can be successful later on, okay? All right, you're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Either.
I don't know if you put anything there today.
I have 0 because he's not on probation. So that's $30. And then we probably should put in that he has 90 days. I'll write in that he has 90 days to pay fines and costs. So they only have to read that. And let me take, that should suffice. It always goes in the one I don't think it should go in. All right, perfect. Thank you, Marcy. All right. So what was that acronym? You see it.
Yeah.
It's
Referral judgment.
referral judgment,
non-probation.
non-probation. I've seen it
Yes.
once before.
That's what I've been told.
That sounds right.
I believe that is correct. But I'm trying to remember something referral.
Yeah, Mr. Harry's actually emailed me.
Does he
And then
really?
I was
He would
like,
know. He
Are
would
you
know.
a wizard?
No.
But he was just watching the live stream.
He's the one that actually told me back in the day.
Every once in a while that pops up and I'm like, I've never seen that acronym. I know it stands for something. And it was a similar case last time. It was a couple of years ago.
And I was right, Judge. That's what I said.
Did you say that?
I said referred.
Refer.
Judgment, no probation. That's pretty much the same.
I got the no probation part. That was pretty obvious. All right.
Yeah, I picked up on that part too.
Where do you want to head, Miss Fortuna, go?
I believe we can go on Cornelius Shannon.
On Shannon Cornelius?
Yeah, sure.
That's Ms. Schroeder.
Miss Donnelly told me she didn't have anything else this morning, so I wonder if she was a client.
With Mr. Williams.
Yeah, she's in the.
That checks out.
All right.
That's nice. Though.
And do you have Mr. Milks on Mr. Foreman?
That's what I'm seeing, but that is not.
But I have
who
Mr.
we had.
Freeman at both
Correct.
at the prelim.
Yes.
So it's somebody from your office,
Well,
Mr. Schroeder,
were we
but I'm not
before?
sure who.
Well,
It started out as
unclear.
Mr. Yeah.
Well, I'm just wondering if I can look up their name and I might be. able to clarify.
Foreman. It's
Yeah.
Keyshawn Foreman.
FOR.
To
And
be
it-
fair, bind over argument, like everything's already been done. Really, I think today is just for the bind over decision.
Correct, because we did the prelim over 2 days.
It looks
Right.
like Milks filed an appearance
Yes.
January 30th.
That's what I see as well.
That's why we have Milks in.
Yeah, because he has the same client, it appears, already up in the circuit, which
Okay,
is
that
probably
makes
why they
sense.
did that.
All right, and
Does he know that we have?
does he,
I have not spoke to him.
I have not seen him
I haven't
today,
seen
so
him in the
I am
building either.
unclear. I will.
he's got another case pending and we set it because we did a day one in November and a day
Yes.
one and a day in December.
It was pretty far
Yeah.
spread out.
Right.
It's on his schedule, so let me just
So
check if I may.
just for sanity purposes.
He
we
has
wanna-
to meet at 10 a.m.
Yeah, it's not set till 10.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
probably why he's
All right,
he's not seen
perfect.
yet.
He should be downstairs speaking.
Very, very potential, very much potential.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
You want to give Mr. Milks the benefit of the doubt. That should go on the record. That we should put that on the record.
He is right. Anyway.
Mr. Milks, in my opinion, should always get the benefit of the doubt because he's a pretty good lawyer. you know?
He's-
Yeah.
I like Mr. Miller.
That's fine.
Oh, he's not here. I don't want to say that in front of him. So we're on the record in docket 25-02321. I'm sorry, I just called Mr. Milk's case. Let's call 25-03619. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Cornelius Shannon. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna, go.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Ms. Schroeder.
Thank you, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Aaron Schroeder on behalf of Mr. Shannon. Mr. Shannon is not present and I can make a record here shortly regarding.
All right, this is the time set for sentencing in the matter. I do not see a Cornelius Shannon in the Zoom courtroom. There's nobody, based on counsel's representations, there's nobody in the physical or hallway.
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, so it appears that the defendant has failed to appear for the sentencing on file. Ms. Schroeder, if you had any opportunity to contact Mr. Shannon, this is a drug case.
Yes, I haven't reached out to him. I haven't heard back. I am perplexed, given the fact that he did complete his he completed his He completed his pre-sentence report. There we go.
Correct.
And this is not, I am perplexed. So I would ask the court to give us a 48-hour hold. We
Yeah.
have reached out. I am waiting to hear back. And I'm hopeful that I will hear from him by the end of today, if not tomorrow.
And there, I mean, this is, and there is, it's a pretty favorable
Yes, it's,
determination.
we've got no reason not to
Yeah.
be here, Your Honor, which is why I'm quite perplexed as to where.
Is
he
that your understanding, Miss Fortuna Gill?
Yes, Your Honor. That is
All
my
right.
understanding.
I'm going to issue a bench warrant with a 48-hour hold. So we'll wait to hear from you, Ms. Schroeder. If you have any contact with Mr. Shannon, we can reschedule the sentencing
Exactly.
aspect
Very
of it.
good.
But if you don't, there'll be a bench warrant within with a 48 hour within 48 hours.
Yes, sir.
And then I think he's done. I think we have everything we need for the sentencing.
Yes.
All right. Anything else for the record in docket 2503619, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Ms. Schroeder?
Not for the defense. Thank you.
All right, you should be all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
All right, I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Just have him call the clerk's office.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have preferences on?
For the clerk. What I will also do is I'll have him, I'll direct him to call.
We're
them
ready
and
on
then-
Withers, Your Honor.
Charles Withers.
Sorry.
Right, so we're on the record in docket 2502459. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Charles Irvin Withers. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Ms. Donnelly.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Charles Withers, who is standing to my right.
And sir, you are Charles Withers, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This time set for a probable cause conference. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, an offer of an attempt, of an amended count one attempt RNO has been extended. It's my understanding that we wish to leave this left on to the preliminary examination. That offer would, of course, stay open until the beginning of that preliminary exam.
And is that a fair statement, Ms. Donnelly?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So let's leave on for Mr. Withers to consider the offer, and we'll leave on for February 19th at 8:30. So that would be next Thursday at 8:30 for the preliminary examination. Will be left on for that date. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor, just like we are here today.
Okay.
Anything else for the record in 2502459, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Ms. Donnelly?
Not for defense.
All right, Mr. Withers, we'll see you on that date. Thank you for your appearance.
Thank you too.
Speaking on Williams.
John Williams. All right, so we're on the record in docket 2600302. That is People of the State of Michigan versus John Andrew Williams. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Ms. Donnelly.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, John Williams, who is standing to my right.
And sir, you are John Andrew Williams, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a probable cause conference. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, there has not been an offer extended on this case. I do not anticipate that there will be one, and therefore we're asking this be left set for preliminary exam.
I have preliminary examination set for, so leave on. I have preliminary examination previously set for February 19th at 8:30. Is that your understanding, Ms. Donnelly?
Yes.
All right. So Mr. Williams will be here back here at February 19th, next Thursday at 8:30, live in person, just like we are here today, okay? Anything else for the record in docket 2600302, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Ms. Donnelly?
Not for defense.
All right, Mr. Williams, we'll see you next week. Thank you for your
Thank you,
appearance.
sir. Have a good day.
Do you want to go on Jairus?
Yes. Sorry, Your Honor.
And he's on the line.
Yes, he's on video.
All right.
My understanding is
And sir, you can unmute. How do you pronounce your last name?
Jerus.
Jerus. All right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-03725. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Jacob Jerus. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Ms. Donnelly.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant who's appearing separately by video.
And sir, you are Jacob Jerus, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Jerus?
I can, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a probable cause conference. Ms. Fortuna Gill, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, we're asking that this matter be left set on for preliminary examination.
All right, and I have preliminary examination is set for February 19th at 8:30. Is that your understanding, Ms. Donnelly?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Drews, we've set up your preliminary examination will be left on for February 19th at 8:30. That's next Thursday at 8:30. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing. All right, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else for the record in 25-03725, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Donnelly, Ms. Donnelly.
See, I was waiting for myself to do that.
At least I kept it in the Donnelly family, which I have not previously. I've called somebody completely. I used to call Megan Amanda right in front of the jury, and that's a problem. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that, because then you never live that down.
Yeah.
Anything else, Ms. Donnelly?
No, thank you.
All right, Mr. Jerus, we will see you next week on February 19th at 8:30. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Lee, I have Leon Potts.
I do as well. I have not seen.
And then we have Mr. Milks on a form.
Are you here for labor? Yeah. I have not seen either of them this morning.
I think we have somebody
No,
else on.
The attorney is listed as a Lee.
Oh.
Yeah. But I don't believe it's John Lee. I think it was a retainer. Amber Lee,
I don't know,
right?
I got like 3 of them back home, so.
That's the city sentencing.
Is that a city sentencing? All right, so and Ms. Martinez,
yeah, it is.
are you here on that one?
I am, Judge.
I
All
don't
right.
know why Shelley scheduled it on a Thursday, but she did.
Well,
I
let's
could've
do
just
it.
looked
Let's
at
do it.
the
If
little
Mr. Booth's here,
initials
let's
next to the case
let's
number.
do it. Okay. And then I'm gonna leave it to you, Ms. Fortuna Gill, to figure out
Yes.
Milks versus Freeman. And my only concern is on that is that Mr. Milks has the opportunity to make an argument, but all the arguments were made last time, but we adjourned it just so you could read the transcripts, because
Yes,
yeah.
I will take on that challenge.
All right, so that's all right. So this is a city sentencing, and we have the city attorney, Mr. Bood. One of your friends is his name has been bandied around, Mr. Noble.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably know the reasons for that.
Yes, yeah. Well, I confirmed it, but he is following Mr. Palmer to Eaton County. Yeah, so that's my understanding. That was from an Ingham County public defender that was indicated. And then I spoke with Mr. Noble's boss about 3 or 4 days ago, and he's like, yeah, I think we're losing Dan Noble. So
That isn't accurate.
which is your old office, is that correct,
That is
Ms. Martinez?
Yeah,
Yes, that because you used to be with Eaton County.
yep, that's correct.
All right. All right, so lots going on.
Yeah,
Lots going on.
lots of moving parts.
Lots of moving parts. All right, so we're on a city sentencing. That's 25-01482. That is People of the City of Lansing versus Austin Potts. Appearances for the record, Mr. Abud.
Thank you, Your Honor. Patrick Boone on behalf of the city.
Ms. Martinez.
Thank you, Judge Denise Martinez, on behalf of Mr. Potts.
All right. And sir, you are Austin John Potts, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a sentencing in the matter. And Mr. Abud, is there any further restitution in this matter?
Nothing that I would have to add on.
All right. Ms. Martinez, have you had the opportunity to see the pre-sentence report and go over it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Any additions, deletions, or corrections?
The correction would be that I think it states that he's working part-time at GM, but he is working full-time,
Okay.
Judge.
I'll make that correction. All right, any other additions, deletions, or corrections?
No, Judge.
All right. Allocution on behalf of Mr. Potts, Ms. Martinez.
Judge, we reviewed the PSI. I believe it states a recommendation of 6 months of probation.
Non-reporting probation.
Not reporting probation. I'm not exactly sure what non-reporting probation is, but I know that he will be going down to probation at the end of this. But it's my understanding that, he was driving, allegedly they're saying that he already pled guilty. So he was driving recklessly, Judge. But it's my understanding that he was not under the influence of anything at the time. There was no accident. I believe the 6 month recommendation is stemming more so from his prior driving record. But based on what I know of the case, Judge, we would ask for fines and costs. There was no accident. He wasn't under the influence. So that's what we would ask for, Judge.
All right, thank you. Before I go to Mr. Potts for sentencing allocution, if he wants to say anything, anything from the city, Mr. Booth?
Nothing from the city, Your Honor.
All right.
Defer to the court.
All right, thank you. Mr. Potts, is there anything you'd like to say to the court before the court passes sentence? Your attorney, Ms. Martinez, has already spoke.
Yeah, just very briefly. I definitely understand that. I'm not going to lie to the court. I was going 15 miles an hour over the speed limit. Something I shouldn't have been doing, and I do regret that. I didn't feel that the punishment that they were giving me matched the crime. I've been a recovering addict for 4 years. I've been clean. I moved to Lansing. Got a very good job. I've been an outstanding member of Lansing, and I never hope to be back here again. So needless to say, just off the prejudice based off motorcycles, I'm selling it this summer. So you'll never see me here again for a reckless.
All right. All right. Thank you. This is for a guilty plea to reckless driving on December 15th, 2025. I think some of this is related to timing wise, because
I know they told me that they had they were trying to put a foot down on reckless.
Yes, there was a big accident, people passed, and there's no doubt that they were coming down harder on reckless driving.
Right. They kept talking to I guess the prosecutor's boss, because they wanted to drop it to a careless, but because of that, which I felt was very unfair, for me anyway.
Right.
Which I understand, I get it. I don't want nobody getting hurt out there. I don't know the situations of that, but I was on a motorcycle.
So let's do this, recognizing that. So this reckless driving you're going to be hit 6 points regardless.
I realize that.
I mean,
that's
and
the most unfortunate part.
Yeah, you're going to get hit 6 points, and that's going to affect the abstraction of that is going to affect so that's the real. This is a misdemeanor. It's a 90-day misdemeanor. I'll follow the recommendation, but I think Ms. Martinez is correct. I don't know if probation's the answer. Okay, so and I don't know if you should be placed on probation. So it's that the acronym is RJNP, and I think that was I know that because we did it in one day. Yeah, I've heard it twice in one day. If you provide proof that you've gone through the decision-based driving civil infraction level 2.
I actually did. My attorney originally recommended I take a class. I did it within 2 weeks of this.
Do you have a certificate?
I have the certificate in my email. I sent it to them.
Right.
I could get it. It would probably take me a second to weed through.
Show them that, so they have that, and that should take care but for the fines and costs, that'll be the only thing.
Yeah, I can pay the fines and costs today.
All right, so this is for guilty plea on December 20th, 2025 to reckless driving. Understanding this was for weaving in and out of traffic on a motorcycle. There was no alcohol or anything alcohol abuse. I'm going to set fines at $200, costs at $200, crime victims' rights fee of $75, a state minimum cost fee of $50 for a total of $525. I'm not setting the defendant on probation. I'm going to place an other if you provide provide within 90 days of decision-based driving, in which you say you already the indication is it's already been done. So other provide to probation. It's a DBD, but I'm gonna write it out because they can't read my writing, and I think it's kind of funny.
Just to be clear, that's I took a 4-hour class online.
That
is that the same thing? That's
I don't know.
Me to take.
Yeah, I don't know. They're recommending decision-based driving, a level 2 course.
Well, either way, I'll take it again if I have to.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you show that confirmation, that might suffice, but that's what they're recommending. So level 2 course, that will suffice, and then we can pay fines and costs in 90 days.
Yeah.
If you want to pay today, you can. That's fine. You can pay online, in person, or at the window.
That's
okay.
fine.
90 days. But you're not placed on probation, so probation for 0 months and 0 per for the fees. So if pay fines and costs and then get the certification to the probation agent. I think the probation is Jody Bayless is she's the one who recommended the decision-based driving level 2 class A training center case. I don't know what that means, but I'm not putting you on probation. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Anything else for the record in docket 25-01482, Mr. Booth?
Nothing from the city, Your Honor.
Ms. Martinez.
Nothing, Judge. Thank you.
You should be all set, Mr. Potts. Thank you for your appearance today. You're all set, Ms. Martinez. We'll see you. All right. You too.
So should I go up to probation right now?
Yeah, just check to see, because I'm not sure what course you've taken, but it might go to that. It might be that course. Only she would know.
Good seeing you today.
Thank you, Mr. Boone.
See you next week.
All right. We'll see you next Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? All right.
Rich.
All right.
We should be blessing Mr. Milk's presence on Zoom is what I've been informed of. There
And
he
then,
is.
do you want to get Mr. Foreman?
I'm gonna take this down to probation and then I'll go get
Mr. Foreman?
because they're gonna have tons of questions.
All right. And Mr. Milks, you're here on Mr. Foreman, and you have Mr. Foreman in circuit court already?
That's correct, Your Honor. I apologize. I know it's a PE. There was some last minute confusion. Well, to be honest, still some confusion. I thought Mr.
Have you
Freeman
read
would-
either transcript?
I have.
Do you
them.
want to read either transcript?
Yeah, I've read through as much as I can. Still not fully understanding everything. I feel like I'm coming a little bit behind the 8 ball. I thought the court was simply making a ruling today.
That's my plan. I was going to give each party the opportunity based on, because I think we set this on January 24th. No, let's see, on December 5th. And since we had the prelims on 2 different days, November 14th and December 5th, and I had some memory of what we did before, but I wanted to make sure that everybody got the transcript for both days. And we didn't have an incarceration issue at the time. We set it today just for me to make the bind over argument, but I was going to give the opportunity for each side to make their argument if they chose to. I think arguments have already been made in the case. Is that a fair statement, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
That is correct, Your Honor.
But recognizing that you're new on the case, it's completely up to you. And I don't think incarceration is an issue because I don't think he's being held on this file.
I think that is correct. I'm not certain on it. Okay. If it is of any help, my intention was just to stand on my previous arguments.
Right.
unless something new came up. So I don't really intend on making an argument
So
today.
we're gonna bring him up here and we can adjourn it for a couple weeks and let you look at the transcripts. It's entirely up to you, Mr. Mills.
Your Honor, well, first and foremost, is the court okay with me appearing by Zoom? Obviously, that's not what I would typically do for a prelim.
I'm fine with it, Mr. I don't know if your client is, but but I'm fine with it.
Okay. Otherwise, I'd be more than happy to have Mr. Palmer come in and take care of in-person needs. Otherwise, yes, Your Honor, he is being held regarding a potential bond violation, so I'm not as worried about any sort of incarceration issues here as much as I am with his pending case in circuit court. I'm prepared to make an argument today. I prefer not adjourning it. I think this case is, as you said, has been pending for a while. If that's okay with the court, I wouldn't have much to
that's
say.
fine. All right, so we're bringing him up and we can go on and I'll give the opportunity to each side make an argument. I've had the opportunity now to read the transcript, the previous transcript, and so we can go from there.
Very good.
All right, so give us about 10 minutes or 5 minutes, however long it takes to get the Mr. Foreman up here, and we'll have the argument for bind over on the preliminary examination, and I'll indicate for the record that Mr. Bilks has filed an appearance and Mr. Freeman did the 2 initial preliminary examinations, but is familiar with the file.
Yes, very good, and yes, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you. The attorneys any
I loved it.
All right, Mr. Milks, Mr. Foreman is here. And Mr. Freeman was previously, so we're going to call the record and I'll explain to you kind of, and then I'll give it the attorneys any to supplement the record. You're familiar with Mr. Milks from the Ingham County Public Defender's Office. All right, so we're on the record in 25-02321. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Keyshawn Foreman. Appearances for the record, Ms. Fortuna Gill.
Haley Fortuna Gill on behalf of the people.
Mr. Milks.
And good morning, Your Honor. Stephen Milks on behalf of Mr. Foreman, appearing via Zoom at this time. I am the attorney of record now, as previously from my office, Mr. Freeman was the attorney of record.
All right, thank you. And sir, you are Keyshawn Foreman, is that correct? Yes, sir. All right, thank you. This is the time set. What we did initially is on January, I want to make sure that I've got this back. On December 5th, we'd had a previous preliminary examination on November 14th. And I think we saw 4 witnesses that day. And then on December 5th, we saw a 5th witness. And then I had the opportunity for Mr. Freeman and Ms. Fortuna Gill to make their arguments. And then we wanted to make sure we had the transcript from November, and incarceration wasn't an issue. So this gives the opportunity for everybody to read both prelim transcripts together, and then argument, if any, for bind over. Mr. Milks, did you want to make a record? Is that how we got here today? And Mr. Freeman did the first 2 prelims.
Correct. That is my understanding. Mr. Freeman did do the first 2 prelims. We do have the transcripts from both of those hearings, which I did have an opportunity to review. So yes, I am prepared to move forward as long as my client is also prepared or okay with me moving forward today, even though I'm not there present in person, if he's okay with that.
Are you okay with that, Mr. Foreman? It's really just argument. We're done with the witnesses.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. With that understanding, Mr. Foreman has indicated that he is good moving forward today. Ms. Fortuna Gill, anything from the people or any further argument?
Yes, Your Honor. The people would stand by their previously made arguments. Additionally, I did just want to clarify for the record that everything that was said here was correct, and that we did get the transcripts. We did have time to review those.
All right.
Thank you.
And then, Mr. Milks, is there anything you want to make argument-wise after reading the transcripts?
There are just 2 points, and I think they were pretty well laid out by Mr. Freeman previously. But just to kind of underscore some of those, I think that there's 2 issues regarding the in-court identification here that Mr. Freeman has also pointed out based on the witness's in-court identification, which is my understanding was that he based that identification on additional research or investigation that was kind of outside the purview of the normal means of investigation, such as police here. I see 2 issues. One is that it creates an unnecessarily suggestive issue, as this witness had the opportunity to review additional evidence, review evidence that was not presented in court. And because of that evidence, I believe the second part is that it invades the province of the jury, essentially that the jury would be in no better position or worse position than the witness in this matter, to which the witness making identification through a video should not be for him to say, but rather the finder of fact, and we don't have that video. The unnecessarily suggestive portion of this, Your Honor, I believe stems from the fact that the witness in this matter was not able to make identification at the time that he allegedly witnessed this crime, but rather due through some additional research and investigation, nothing of which we can verify as to how he came about this, or specifically how he came about this, other than to say that he just looked at this video, which creates this problematic issue. I believe that it could be invading the province of the jury, essentially simply saying, because we've not had the opportunity to review this, I'm sorry, because of this video being the primary form of identification, it should be the jury, not this witness, to say whether or not they believe it to be true. Or in this case, since it's a preliminary exam, Your Honor being able to look at this evidence to say, yes, the the video does match the identification here. So it's for those reasons, the unduly suggestive nature of this identification in court, as well as invading the province of the jury, that I ask the court not to bind over on this matter. And unless there's any questions from the court, I would leave it there.
All right, thank you, Mr. Milks. Ms. Fortuna Gill, any response to motion for bind over?
Briefly, Your Honor, the people would just like to bring to the court's attention that apart from the identification from our witness, we also have the investigative work of Detective Benzing on this case. We heard from him. He spoke about how he narrowed down which SUV it was based on the license plate, that we have a South Carolina license plate, which aligns with where Mr. Foreman was picked up from this case, for this case. In addition, wearing the same clothing upon arrest as the earlier afternoon confrontation. We have the same SUV from the afternoon confrontation at the shooting. This is more than just the on-the-spot identification we had in preliminary exam. We also established ID through these other means. So the people would ask for bind over.
All right, and it's my understanding, if I remember correctly, that I do have a note that the witness Antonio Williams also made identification, but that was way before the actual incident concerning the shooting up of his house.
That is correct. That would be just for the afternoon confrontation.
Mr. Milks, anything else towards argument or any response?
No, Your Honor, I would incorporate what Mr. Freeman had argued previously, possibly being in a better position, having been able to see the witnesses as they argued. But I believe the point is pretty well made that there's been no proper in-court identification of the individual, being that under 6.110E, identification is necessary to go forward on this. So thank you, sir.
All right. All right, thank you, Mr. Milks. So I've had the opportunity to hear the preliminary examination. Probable cause is the standard, probable cause being the second lowest standard in criminal law, reasonable suspicion being a lower standard. And I've had the opportunity to hear a witness, Antonio Williams, Demetria Gonzalez, Tyrone Davis, Adam York. I believe Adam York's an officer.
Adam York, I believe, was the neighbor.
As the neighbor.
Who had the video. The only officer we had testified was Detective Christopher Benzing.
Detective Benzing. All right. So those first four witnesses appeared on November 14th, and then Detective Christopher Benzing appeared on Friday, December 5th. So I've had the opportunity to see all five witnesses. At a probable cause standard, there have been definitely, this is a different case, okay? Identification was made initially by witness Antonio Williams, and then Mr. York, I think, solidified, at least for purposes, solidified indicating that he identified the person on the video as being Mr. Davis. I think the jury should hear all that. That's a credibility issue. I think the jury should hear all that. This is obviously a probable cause hearing in front of a judge. It would be different in front of a jury. And then Christopher Benzing tied it to the plate and made links to the plate and the vehicle involved. So I find identification at a probable cause level. This did occur on July 4th at the location of 1911 Rio Road, City of Lansing, Hingham County, State of Michigan. And then we get to the offense variables. I find probable cause for location, venue, ID, and date. The offense offense variables are count one, assault with intent to murder, in that this defendant did make an assault upon, I'm going to say that the house belonged to Antonio Monte Williams, for Miss Gonzalez was at the house at the night of the shooting. Then there was multiple rounds. That's all caught on videotape. I don't know that identification can be made from the videotape, at least the identification that we saw. And that would be exhibit, I think that's exhibit 3. That was a flash drive exhibit. So, so assault with intent to murder, there were at least 12 shots fired into the house, one coming close to the head. But I mean, this was a multiple weapon. I believe that at a probable cause level, count 1, assault with intent to murder, has been met. Count 2, the weapons firearm discharge in or at a building has been met. That on July 4th, 2025 at 19 Rio Road, Lansing, Michigan, the defendant did intentionally discharge a firearm or at a facility he knew or had reason to believe was a dwelling or potentially occupied structure. I think the evidence has shown that at a probable cause level. Count 3, felony firearm, that the defendant was in fact, and this was on camera, identification just becomes an issue. Did have in his possession a firearm to wit a rifle at the time he committed or attempted to commit a felony, the felony being assault with intent to murder. So weapon of a felony firearm, that's a 2-year sentence. And then the weapons felony firearm, the possession of a firearm at discharge of a building has also been issued. That would be count 4. So those 4 are bound over. The habitual offender also follows along, and this case is bound over to circuit court based on the preliminary examination, the 5 witnesses, and the exhibits. I think 3 exhibits were admitted in all. Is that a fair statement, Ms. Fortunigo?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And based on the 5, I will bind over as charged. And I don't know if there's anything based on the preliminary examination. Since we don't have a waiver, there's nothing to sign. So the examination was held on 2 dates, and that is November 14th, 2025, and December 5th, 2025. And this information is bound over on all counts. The bond remains the same at $50,000 cash or surety. Mr. Milks, did you want to be heard on bond?
No, not at this time, Your Honor, just because of the pending circuit case matter. I'll address bond up in court at that time. I will also say Mr. Palmer should be coming in if my client has any questions, or if I believe we might need to sign for today's transcript.
The transcript we need to sign for. So a signature of the transcript. Do you authorize either Mr. Palmer or Ms. Fortuna Gill to sign on your behalf via Zoom?
I do, Your Honor, and thank you very much. I appreciate that.
All right. So that's all on the record, and so either Mr. Palmer or Ms. Fortuna Gill can sign the transcript. We will have a transcript of this proceedings. So before I sign the bind over document, anything else on 25-02321, Ms. Fortuna Gill?
Not for the people.
Mr. Milks, do you have anything you'd like to say in order to make a record concerning this matter?
No, nothing concerning this matter. I will just note to my client that I'll be meeting with you shortly so we can go over both cases and kind of shore some things up and discuss things further, sir. Okay?
All right. So, Mr. Foreman, Mr. Milks has indicated you will talk to you. So your time in district court is done on this file, 25-02321. You're off to circuit court. Well, you'll get your next date of appearance from Mr. Milks. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else? That's all. I've just given everybody the time. So that's all for the record in 25-02321. Mr. Foreman, thank you for your appearance today. All right, Mr. Milks, we should be all set on that file, and hopefully Mr. Freeman's feeling all right.
I hope so as well, Your Honor. Thank you very much. And all
right.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you're back. Recovered early too, from what I heard.
Yeah, about a week early. Yeah, I was going a little stir crazy, and I even sound. I had an operation on my throat, and I even sound better. So far so good.
Yep. No, I get it. It's weird when you really start missing court, you know?
Yeah.
You're going
Yes,
a
it
little
is.
crazy.
When you start to miss work, you start questioning yourself. Yes, I understand.
Completely. Are you teaching this year then?
I'm not teaching. How about yourself?
Yeah, I just picked up after taking last year off with the newborn. So yeah, I'm trying to get back in the swing of it, and
good for you. Yeah, I mean, the last time I taught was about a year and a half ago, And you kind of know, like, all right, time becomes a luxury at that point. So yeah, it really does. So it's good to talk to you, Mr. Milks.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you very much, Your Honor. I didn't mean to keep you.
All
Have a
right.
good one.
You too.
Thanks.
Well, I'm going to call that good for today, everybody. Again, thank you to all the new subscribers that we're receiving on this channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. And if you really do like this content and you're not a subscriber to this channel, please do me a big, big favor and subscribe to this channel, and let's hope to get this channel past 500 subscribers before the end of this year. I know we can do it. We're a good community here. That's it for today. I will see you tomorrow for Judge Oakley. So you all have a wonderful evening. Ta-ta and ciao-ciao, and I will see you again on the next one.
With that breakdown, you're the one I call. From the mountains high, come down to it all. With your tools in hand, making magic flow. Every broken part, you help me grow. You fix it all, fix it all. You fix it all. Daniel, you make it right. Daniel, everything's right. When I'm falling apart, you put me back together. Daniel, you make it better. From the wires tangled up to the broken dreams, you know how to man all my scattered seams. With your steady hands, you refill my heart. Every piece that's lost gets a brand new start. You fix it all, fix it all. You fix it all. Daniel, you make it right. Daniel, everything's bright. When I'm falling apart, you put me back together. Daniel, you make it better. Fix it, Daniel. Make it right when the world shuts down, and I can't see clear. You're my solid ground, always drawing near. Never give up on this heart of mine. Put it back together every single time. I can see it through with your caring touch. Everything's okay.